Hello. In this video we're going to look at question 8 from our worksheet. In fact, question 8 is very similar to the previous video that I just made, and that has the same setup where you kind of draw these rectangles and then you have this constant border around it. So let's dive in. A rectangular nuclear waste holding facility is 100 meters long and 70 meters wide. A safety zone of a uniform strip of more than 20 meters width must be constructed around the facility. Determine the width of the strip of land to the nearest meter if the area of the facility and the strip is 90,000 meters squared. So with this problem, the first step is to draw this inner rectangle which represents the facility. So we're going to draw a diagram. So then what we do is we draw this outer rectangle, and we know that it's a uniform width. So therefore, the distance from any edge of the inner rectangle to the edge of the outer rectangle is x. So if the width here is 70 plus 70, the width out here is 70 plus 2x. The length is 100. The length here is 100 plus 2x. And once we've drawn this diagram, we can now set up our equation. So if we know the total area is going to be 90,000, we can say 90,000 is equal to 100 plus 2x, which is the length, times 70 plus 2x, which is the width. And then it's just a matter of going through some algebra. So we expand the right side, and then we get everything to one side to have 0 equals. And then I factored out the 4. And now we get to this point, and we could of course try and factor this, but in fact it doesn't work nice. And there's a nice hint in this problem. Since it says determine the width of the strip of land to the nearest meter, that suggests that the answer isn't a nice integer, meaning our quadratic formula here is going to be wonderfully useful. So now that we have this, we simply sub in the values to the quadratic formula, and we get x is approximately 108 and negative 193. Since the strip obviously can't be negative, we can ignore that answer, and therefore the facility has a safety perimeter of 108 meters. I hope that helped.